The color red, the sound of laughter, and a hawk flying through the sky. What do these all have in common? They're associated with the season early summer. The color red, the healing sound, ha, and the animal hawk. And they all represent and are part of the early summer set. Early summer runs from June 21 to August 1st. So hi, I'm Jack Godfrey, and this is Intermediate Qigong. I offer 3 videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday, Intermediate Qigong, the one you're watching right now. Wednesday, Beginner Qigong. And on Friday, we have Beginner Tai Chi. And then on the weekend, on Saturday morning at 9 a.m., I offer a live class on Zoom, which you can join if you send an email to jack.godfrey49@gmail.com. And now let's get back to our discussion about early summer. So there's 3 Qigong elements associated with early summer. Embracing the heart, the standing posture. And this has to do with the heart, the organ, the yin organ that's associated with early summer. And then we have the healing sound, ha, which is to do with the emotion, joy, or laughter. And then the third part, we have an animal associated with early summer as well, and it's hawk. And the hawk flies high in the sky. And so we're going to be looking at these 3 in particular in a few minutes. Now, there's also a pair of meridians associated with early summer as well, and not surprisingly, it's the Heart Meridian. The heart is a solid organ and represents the yin aspect of the body for this season. The other meridian involved is the small intestine. It's for digestion, and it's a hollow organ and is involved in the yang aspect of the early summer season. The Heart Meridian starts up here underneath the armpit and then proceeds along the inside of the arm and finishes on the inside of the little finger. The small intestine starts at the outside of the little finger, runs along the outside of the arm and comes up to the head, and then runs around here a little bit and ends up at where the top of the ear joins the head. So this is the path that the small intestine takes. So in today's class, we're going to be doing some warm-up activity to begin with, some movements from the Golden Chi Ball series. And then we're going to focus on the standing posture, embracing the heart, the healing sound and the movements associated with that, ha. And then finally we're going to look at the animal associated with this season as well, the hawk. So, let's get started. And now, we're going to begin with some warm-up movements. We're going to be doing several movements from the beginning of the Golden Chi Ball series, starting with shaking the 9 gates. You want to get the chi out to the extremities. So the 9 gates, the elbows, the wrists, the shoulders, 1 set of 3. The second set of 3, the hips, the knees, and the ankles. And then we add in the third set of 3, which is the lower back, the ribs, and the neck. So we do this by twisting, looking over the shoulder. We come back to the front. So we inhale here. And exhale. We look over the shoulder. So inhale. Inhale here. So the 9 gates are the places in the body where the flow of chi gets constrained, disrupted, restricted, because the joints are inflamed or stiff, and it makes it difficult for the qi to get out to the extremities. And so this movement helps to get the qi moving. Come back to the front, and we pause here. You should feel some tingling in your hands. You should have some color in your palms, and your hands should be warm, your feet should be warm, and hopefully we've cooled the head down a little bit. So we take this qi that we've generated and gotten out to the extremities, and we bring it into the brass basin. And the brass basin is this area of the body from roughly around about the navel, down to the root, down to the Huayin, and around the back. So the Mingmen and the Huayin, and this point here at the navel. This is the area, the brass basin. And now we're going to do is standing on a boat. So the knees are slightly bent. We bring the arms up, stretch the front of the body. This is a dragon's back. And exhale. This is a turtle back. So inhale, we come up. And exhale, we come on down. Inhaling. Exhale. So we stretch the front of the body. We lift the chin, we lift the gaze. And exhale. We stretch the back of the body. So small triangle, the toes. Large triangle, the whole foot, a little bit of weight in the heels. So inhale. And exhale. So we'll do one more of these. And now we're going to get some flexibility in the torso as well by turning from side to side. So you twist and look over the shoulder. So it's inhale and exhale. Turn the head and look behind. We're getting a good twist in the spine here as we look over the shoulder. And we'll do one more on each side. And the next movement we're going to be doing is focusing on the torso as well. And this is Crescent Moon. So we need to be in a different stance here. So put all the weight on this leg. Take this foot and put it over here. So you have weight in the heel, the toes are lifted. We're going to be shifting our hips to the side and stretching this side of the body. So you bring this hand up and we push the palm away. You take this other hand and you push it out as well. And you let the hips go to the side a little bit, looking for a big stretch from the elbow all the way down to the heel. And you look between the hands. And we hold here for several breaths. And now we switch to the opposite side. So you bring the hands up, you turn this foot so it's pointing forward, you make a big circle with the hands. We shift the weight to this leg. We bring the hands up, you turn the other foot so it's pointing towards the tree this time. Elbow pushes up, shift the hips and push the hands away. And again, we're looking between the palms and we're breathing in for a count of 4. Then you're breathing out. Exhale for a count of 4. And then we come around and we'll do once more on each side. So we're here and we push the bottom hand, we push the top hand up, the bottom hand out. The hips shift a little bit, toes are lifted. And we do once more on the other side. So feet are parallel. We make a big circle. We go as high or as low as you're comfortable. And then we push the hands away. Stretch the side of the body. And then we come back to the center. And now we're going to be moving into the standing posture associated with the early summer season. And this is embracing the heart. So we start with our foundation, our feet, our legs, and we work our way up through the whole body. So we start with our feet more or less parallel. You lift the toes, you lift the heels, you string the heel around, and it should just about touch the ball joint of the other foot. So lift the toes, lift the heels, the weight's on the ball joint of this foot. We swing it back and we put it down, and the feet are more or less parallel. It's going to depend what's going on with your legs, what accommodations you're going to have to make here. So if you need to adjust here, that's fine. That's the thing to do. Keep the body comfortable. Now, bend the knees ever so slightly. And we've talked about earlier the small triangle and the large triangle. So small triangle, weights in the toes. Large triangle, weights in the heels. And we want to be centered between those two. So equal weight in the heels and the toes. Knees slightly bent. Grab the hips. Push down with the thumbs. Pull the belly button into the body. Lift the ribs, creating space in the abdomen for the organs in here. Lift the chin. Gaze to the horizon. Make sure the shoulders are dropped down, away from the ears. Lift the top of the head to the heavens. And we want to have our shoulders over our hips as well. Belly button pulled in. Now the arms. Bring the hands out to the side. Imagine grabbing a big beach ball and drawing it into the body. So the elbows are dropped down slightly. The fingers are pointing towards each other. The thumbs are pointing up. And we're holding a ball, a chi ball, a beach ball, whatever works for your imagination, against the top of our chest. And so it's inhale. We draw the chi, the energy, along the outside of the arms and in to the brass basin. Brass basin's down here. And we drift forward a little bit onto the small triangle. And then exhale. Draw the chi out of the brass basin and along the inside of the arms and out through the center of the palms. So inhale, draw the chi in along the arms, along the outside of the arms and into the fingertips and down in to the brass basin. Exhale, draw the chi out of the brass basin along the inside of the arms and out through the center of the palms. So inhale, draw the chi along the outside of the arms into the torso, down in to the brass basin. Exhale, we drift forward onto the small triangle. Send the chi along the inside of the arms and out through the center of the palms. Inhale. Draw the chi along from the fingertips, along the outside of the arms and down in to the brass basin. And we're on the large triangle. So exhale. Draw the chi out of the brass basin and along the inside of the arms from the torso towards the hands. Reaching the hands, we take the chi out through the center of the palm as we exhale. And now we let the arms relax. So that's the standing posture associated with early summer, embracing the heart. Next, we're looking at the healing sound. And so for this, we want to be in our wider stance. So we step out to the side, and now we're in the stacking of the bone stance. So the shoulders, the ribs, the hips, and the ankle, all one above the other. This knee is bent. this leg straight. And this lets us move a little bit from side to side. And now we're moving into the healing sound for summer. So you want to shift all the weight on the leg. So you have the shoulder, the ribs, the hip, the ankle. So this is our stacking of the bone stance. You want to put your hand over your heart and the thumb pointing up. And the other hand's out here to the side. And you're looking at the palm. And it's about shoulder height and the palm is up. We're gathering in our palm a cloud of chi, a small chi ball here, and the color is red. And this hand is over the heart, which is the organ associated with early summer as well. So it's inhale here, and now we lift the hand up. You watch the hand come up. It comes over, and we shift the hips a little bit as we reach across the body. So we got a big stretch going on here. So we have here, and now we add the sound to this. So the sound is ha. So it's inhale. We gather the chi, the red chi into the palm. So it's inhale here. And then ha. Inhale. Ha. So some visualization goes with this as well. The hand is over the heart. The other hand is here gathering that red-colored, rose-colored chi in our palm. And as we move the arm up, we visualize the chi flowing along the arm, across the chest, and then through the other arm and in to the heart. So we're bringing all this red, rose-colored chi, and we're bringing it into the heart to help stimulate, regulate, and control, invigorate, and moderate, all those words. So it's inhale here, and exhale. Ha. Inhale. Ha. Inhale. Gather that red-colored chi in the palm. As the arm watches up, watch the chi flow down the arm. Feel it flow into the other arm and then into the heart. So it's inhale here. Ha. And once more. Ha. And now we come back and we bring the feet back together for a little bit. So we did this several times. However, when you're doing the healing sounds, we generally do it 3 times. Once for the jing, the physical aspect of the body, and once for the energetic, for the chi aspect of the body, and then the 3rd time for the shan, the mental, the head, our intention. That's the 3 different reasons, the 3 aspects of the body, the 3 treasures that we're working on. So it's the first one, inhale and exhale, hand over the heart, and this is the jing part of the body. And then the second one is for the chi, the energetic aspect. And the 3rd one for the shan, the mental, the intention. So if you're looking to do this in your regular practice, you would focus on doing it 3 times or some multiple of 3 times. And now we're going to look at the animal associated with this season as well. And this is the hawk. So the movement for this is we have the hawk's wings. And so you start here, and I like to do it so lowering down a little bit. Reach down, we gather the chi, we pull it up. We have a big dragon's back going on here. You lift the ribs, we lift the chin, the arms come wide. And then exhale, we take that chi that we've gathered and we bring it in to the brass basin. So inhale, we're on the small triangle, we're lifting the ribs, so this is a dragon's back. And then exhale, the large triangle, a turtle back. So inhale, watch the hands come up. And exhale, watch the hands come down. And now we add the healing sound to this. So it's inhale. Ha. Inhale, watch the hands, we lift the gaze. Ha. And once more. Ha. And again. Ha. So you focus, we're doing several things here. We have the healing sound, we have the physical movement, and we're watching our hands. So we're doing these three things to engage our various senses and help keep our shun, our mind, our intention focused on what we're doing. So let's do the Hawk healing sound movement once more. So it's inhale, reach down to the earth, draw the chi up from the earth, and then draw the chi from the heavens, and we bring them both in to the brass basin. So inhale. Ha. Inhaling. Ha. And once more. Ha. So that was looking at early summer. The color red, the heart, the small intestine meridians, the healing sound, ha, embracing the heart. The healing sound, ha, and the animal associated with this season, the hawk, and drawing the chi in to the brass basin. And now we're going to wrap up as we usually do with our 5 directions. So we want to move the feet out into that stacking of the bone stance once again. So shoulder, ribs, hip, ankle, knee bent, the other leg straight, and we're going to be moving from side to side here. So we start with the 5 directions. We come forward, we come backward, we reach off to the right, and we come down. We reach off to the left, and we come down to the hip, and then we come to the center, and we come down as well. Now, to get more benefit out of this wrap up, the 5 directions, we breathe in for a count of 4 as the arms rise. We exhale for a count of 4 as the arms come down. We inhale with the same sort of breath, but now also we watch the hand come up and we watch the hand come down. So we have this inhale for a count of 4 and the exhale for a count of 4, and we watch. So we're engaging our mind, we're engaging our shun to make sure that we stay focused on our practice. So for a count of 4, we inhale, and you want to finish the movement as we get to that count of 4. So inhale, you watch the hands come up, and then exhale. Inhale, watch the hand rise up from the side. And then for a count of 4, let the hand come down. Watch the hand come down. Inhale. Exhale. Now, the center is a little different, so it's inhale for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 8. So inhale, Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhale. And now down to the center. Inhale for 4 on the way up. Exhale for 8 on the way down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And we bring the feet back together into our narrow stance. And that's the class for today. Thank you all for coming and enjoying early summer.